Hey guys, Zach here with Minimal Escapes, and today I want to talk to you guys about 3 benefits to having terrestrial plants in your scapes. The first benefit to terrestrial plants is their availability. I could go to 10 different stores in 15 minutes of my house and get 30 different kinds of terrestrial plants. There's so many garden centers around me, and especially with it being closer to the end of May, you're getting into that point in time where a lot of places have garden centers up, so you can find terrestrial plants pretty much everywhere. But as for aquatic plants, you have to go to specialized aquarium stores usually, and there's not very many of those in a lot of places, so terrestrial plants are just going to be a more viable option as compared to aquarium plants. Another great thing about the terrestrial plants is usually you can start them from seed. So think about any flowers or any vegetables or any fruit packs. You can get seed packs and you can start those dry, and then once they sprout and they grow a little bit bigger, you can move them into an aquarium, increasing the availability of terrestrial plants for your tanks. The second reason to try and include terrestrial plants in your setups is their filtering capacity. Terrestrial plants are going to do a much better job at filtering than aquatic plants. Don't get me wrong, aquatic plants still do filter, but you need a lot of them to do the same job that just a couple terrestrial plants can do. Now the reason for this is because terrestrial plants are going to have access to atmospheric CO2. And CO2 is usually the limiting factor in a plant's photosynthesis cycle, and it's the reason why if you go for a quicker growing aquarium, you'll generally try and include CO2. Terrestrial plants don't have that problem, so they get all of the CO2 from the atmosphere and they get a lot of nutrient from the water, so it's really the best of both worlds, and they can grow pretty much unrestricted. The other great thing about their filtration capacity in an aquarium sort of setting is that terrestrial plants, you'll start them at the top of the tank and their roots will start to grow down. Well, the plant is trying to grow them down into the substrate, but it can't do that without taking in nutrients from the water. So as your plant grows, it'll take nutrients from the water first and then start to go down. So if you've got a lot of excess nutrient in your water, you'll find that your terrestrial plant's roots will start to come out. But if you don't have too many excess nutrients, the terrestrial plant will just straight root into the substrate. The third reason why I like to try and include terrestrial plants in my aquarium is going to be the succession rate of various species of terrestrial plants. In an aquarium, it can be hard to get certain types of plants to grow or certain colors to really pop in your aquarium, and terrestrial plants just don't run into that issue, right? In a low-tech scape, if I'm going almost no tech, I've got lighting on it and it's not really filtered and I'm not running CO2, it's hard to get a really vibrant pop of red in an aquarium. But with terrestrial plants, it's much easier to get that pop of red. If I include a nerve plant, well, I can get ones with the red nerves and it creates a pop of red above the rim. This variation in color and texture helps to add a lot of interest to a scape. You can have a phenomenal scape in an aquarium, but it'll just end at the top. It's not like it needs anything more, but it does just end and it's pretty much framed in. Well, when you start to go above, you get a lot more character developing in the tank and it gives you a lot more options. Anyways, those are the 3 reasons why I think terrestrial plants will benefit your scapes. Hopefully you guys found this video useful, and if you have enjoyed, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.